Okay, so let me just do a simple opening. Yes, we had a really incredible time at Omega. I'm still in New York. Um, it was just really, really special. It was I feel so grateful for everything. I feel grateful for my dear friend Ellen. I feel grateful for the people who were present and what we created together. So as I mentioned in my share, I'm feeling really full. So, yeah, and then I also shared last week something that I wanted to bring into this session, which was I shared I shared a quote that said something along the lines of, if our sense of peace requires everything to go smoothly or to go right, then that's really not a state of peace. That's a state of control. And I think that's a really important framing right now because you're going to hear me mention this quite a bit in these next, until 2026, because we are closing this 9-year cycle. And people are feeling like things are coming up and it's feeling like rapid fire lessons. Like, let me catch a break, let me catch a breath. And it's because there's a frequency that you may be still holding, that your higher presence, your destiny, your contract will not allow you to bring into this next 9-year cycle. Okay, so think about whatever we're closing right now is drawing out a frequency or vibrations within us that we cannot bring into our next 9-year cycle. And so that's what we're talking about from an energetic lens, but from a 3D lens, what that will look like are situations that are going to pull out your insecurities. Okay. So you may be having experiences right now that are really, really exposing insecurities. And those can take on so many different forms. As unique as we each are, is how unique our insecurities are, but the essence of that insecurity is similar in that it is revealing a deeper truth. Your insecurities reveal a deeper truth. And that truth is that there is a distortion within us where we have forgotten that we are the light. Okay, because that insecurity is essentially a face of lack. Okay, so it can look like insecurity about, where we are in our journey, how we compare ourselves to others. It could be an insecurity around what's coming next. It could be an insecurity around material resources. It could be an insecurity around health. The different faces of insecurity, the different faces of lack are always invitations of where we may be holding a belief system that we have forgotten that we are the light. Okay. And why it's being pulled out for those of us who are here, hearing the call of awakening, is because, and I will keep sharing this because it's getting so crystal clear. I was actually just on a walk with a girlfriend, and she was sharing with me that she's just been in lesson after lesson, like, and there's all these kind of goofy things happening that are just, kind of like bringing her to her knees in surrender. Like, okay, okay, all right. And we were talking about that, and we're like, listen, some of us are actually going through it really strong right now. And it's because there are people who will continue awakening, and we are meant to be holding space. And so whatever we need to do to lock into more of our center right now, whatever we need to be shown right now, where we can get pulled out of peace, where we can get pulled out of our center, this sense of uncertainty, okay, uncertainty about what's coming, uncertainty about the state of the planet, uncertainty about the world, uncertainty, 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 it's going to continue to grow. And I'm not saying that I think you all know that, right? And it's not to unsettle us. It's not to unsettle us. It's to invite us, it's to guide us into deeper levels of presence and trust. Because there is a part of this human experience where part of moving into deeper layers of peace is to accept mystery. And the more that we can start being in acceptance of mystery, the more that we can actually become present. The more that we get out of what's coming next, the more we can just be here so alive and present in our daily lives. And so that is going to continue building for us because that's actually where freedom is found. Can totally relate from financial to career to personal. The whole of what I knew of me is being wiped out, and all I have is I am fullness itself. I love that. I still don't know what I'm here for, but I can only walk through faith. For anyone experiencing this, you're not alone. Thank you, Corey. I have to say it's interesting. I'm going through this myself in terms of I'm not sure what's coming next for me, you know. And this is what I do know. I know I'm open for however spirit wants to work through me. If spirit wants me to become more visible and, you know, out there, great. If spirit wants me to be a part of a collaboration where I'm more behind the scenes, great. I have just moved into I'm going to be guided, and I just want to continue finding inner balance, inner peace within me so that the divine can move through me. I feel like I've been on a merry-go-round of lessons for the past 3 years. I think the biggest lesson is to just trust and find the peace within as I keep going. And to your point, a reminder that my light is within. Woof! I hear you. I so hear you. And so this is what's just, this is what is emerging within us. Okay. So this is why we're all hearing this really, really clearly, really loud. It doesn't mean that we're always going to get it and we're always going to remember. But this really is it. It's feeling the fullness within us, feeling the fullness within us. And the more we awaken that, the more we awaken our inner light, the more whole we will feel. And the more we will allow ourselves to just be in this present moment. And then that just naturally starts aligning us to our highest path, our highest outcomes. We're totally tuned in. And let's tune in even more now. Okay. So one thing, I'm so glad I'm not the only one experiencing this. It's been such an intense time, but the more I give into the emotions, the more it flows. Beautiful. Beautiful. And listen, this is the thing that I want to open up with. We're going to bring this into our meditation today. We've done this before, but I'm going to just reiterate. So think about, I actually wrote this down. Presence, like when we come into presence, infused with love, activating the heart. So presence infused with love has the power to alchemize. Okay. So when we come into present coherent state, and then now we direct our attention, we'll say to our body, if our body is holding tension, if our body is, we'll say, in a state of dissonance, disorganized, you know, not in flow, not in balance, our presence infused with love through, so think about that as blessing something, right? Blessing something has the power to alchemize. And so we're going to work with that today. We're going to work with that power we hold when we come into a coherent present state where our heart is activated and we are then directing that attention to something that may be in disorder or disorganized, and how it will start to move back into its God state, its divine state. Okay, that's how powerful our attention is. When we're in that God state, when we're in that divine state and we direct our attention, that has the capability, the capacity to move something back into its divine state. So we're going to do that to our physical body. And then I will invite us, maybe towards the end, I'll see wherever it comes in, to also bless each other, so that we can just even practice the energy, the art of giving and receiving, heart energy, but also as a reminder that we're all in it. We're all in it. And just to be compassionate and to show kindness and grace to one another as we are moving through intensified training right now. Bless that which we fear as well. Yes, beautifully said. So let us begin. Let's bring our awareness in. And just directing your attention towards your breath. And just see if you can bring your full focus towards your breath. As you come into the single point of focus on your breath. Noticing the breath as it moves into your body and as it's released. I invite you, as you find your rhythm, just to let your body relax, if that's available to you right now. The more we get out of our mind, the more we come into this moment right now, possibly, if it feels good for you, to bring your attention to your breath, which can bring you into this present moment, the more the mind begins to settle. And when the mind begins to settle, it is easier for our body to soften. The biggest source of unsafety for us is a ruminating mind, a circling mind, because it's in a place of unsolvable problems over and over and over again. And so when we can just take a break from that, and we can start to find distance from our thinking mind, what that does is the mind oftentimes elicits an emotion, elicits a behavior, a response. And so we're just going to take a break from all of that right now as we come deeper into a state of being. Just being. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. And just landing in this delicious present moment. What a gift. What a gift we are offering ourselves. This gift of being present. And let's just pause in this for a few moments. Let's bring our awareness down towards the ground and just breathe into the ground, into the earth, as we connect to the earth plane just by bringing our attention to it, not overthinking, not forcing, just being, just breathing into the earth, gentle, easy. It's simple. None of this requires thinking. Just directing, awareness, being, presence. And let's just do our first simple clearing. So whatever's now coming up, because you're becoming more present. So you may notice certain things start to come to clear. And if you don't notice, it's okay as well. Just hold the intention now just to let go of this first round of energy clearing. Just let it move into the earth. Thanking the earth. Thank you. The earth is powerful. at alchemizing as well, and here to support. And here to support us in moving into presence, because the more we move into presence and into a present state, the more we move into our divine state, our God state, the more we come in communion with the earth, the more we come into oneness with the earth. So the earth is so happy to take anything that might be interfering with that. Ah. And now let's bring our awareness up to our heart. And let's take some simple breaths into the heart. So just breathing into your heart, and remember that this is just about bringing your presence to the heart, and it's simple and it's easy, and it's just about being present, breathing into your heart and breathing out, bringing to your awareness your simple joy, a simple spark, something that brings a smile to your face but doesn't pull you into memory. Just something really simple, maybe something very recent, something that happened this morning, yesterday, that just brought a simple smile to your face. Maybe just a beautiful human interaction. And then just breathe that into your heart as an offering. And as you breathe into your heart, I invite you to start melting away, just feeling your name melt away and dissolve, your age, where you live, just starting to feel your personality, your identity just start to clear as we take a loving break, a loving pause from our 3D form to feel the vastness of who we truly are, to feel our eternal, infinite nature. And may we breathe in this. The more we feel our infinite nature, the more we can bring this awareness back into our 3D life. And it brings perspective, and it brings solutions, and it brings support and wisdom. The more we can do this, the more we can just ease out, ease into our infinite nature. Let's call in our ring of light. We're calling in our guides and angels, ancestors from the light, whomever wants to show up. Remembering that you always have your core team with you, and we work with other beings, light beings, and sometimes they're here as well. And maybe there's something that comes into your awareness and you want to call in a certain presence, and doing that as well, if that feels good for you. But the idea is to just ask this powerful team of light workers to surround you, so that you may receive. You may receive, you may remember, and remember that they are just aspects of you. And the reason why they're here with you is for when we get too deep in our humaning, deep in our human experience, and we need that reminder, we need that support, that they are here to offer us because they are on this journey with us. And so just breathe as we call in this ring of light, and just feel them, feel that presence, feel that energy, that vibration surrounding you. So strong that it encompasses you. This beautiful, loving, unconditional love. This light, this harmony embracing you. And just breathe it in. I give myself permission to receive, to remember, to recognize, to be reflected back to me, my truth, my light, my unconditional love. How powerful that we are all doing this together in community, in circle. And now let's bring our attention to our inner light, our infinite sun, our spark of creator, our spark of divine at our core, and just breathe into it. I feel my fullness. Everything, everything is within me. There's nothing outside of me. I am whole. I am complete. Feeling that within that light. Allowing that light to continue to expand as you recognize it, that you are divine. And we're turning up the frequency so that we're going to move up to our 10. And so we're at a 7 right now. So as we pause and we feel our inner light strengthening to an 8, to a 9, to a 10. And as we move up to our 10, shifting into our own divine expression, integrated with our human in perfect harmony, we come into a deeper state of coherence, presence infused with love. And may we offer our physical body right now a blessing. Bless this physical body. Thank this physical body. If you want to scan your physical body and send it love from the head all the way down, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers, down through the chest, the back, all the way down the hips, the sacrum, the pelvic region, down through the legs, down through the knees. If there's a certain place that holds pain or tension, just stay there in presence, infused with love. Bless that area. Bless your feet, bless your toes, bless your whole physical, cellular network. And now may we bless each other. So feeling that beautiful ray of love, that ray of light, moving out into the middle of this circle that we have created together. And may we feel our presence infused with love moving into this circle. So we are simultaneously giving and receiving as well. Giving yourself permission to receive, holding the intention that we are open to receive love. We are open to receive love. May we hold each other right now, witness each other for all that we are moving through. We are not alone. And now let's feel this beautiful energy of love that we have cultivated and created here in this circle, and let us feel it expand even more, filling up your living room, your home, expanding even more, moving out into your neighborhood, expanding even more, surrounding the entire planet with this beautiful presence infused with love, this coherent energy, this harmonic energy, inviting anything in disarray, in chaos, in density, in fear, inviting a transformation into presence, infused with love. Coming back to your breath and just noticing, bringing presence to each one of your chakras, your 7 main chakras along your spine. And you don't have to overthink. You can just hold the intention that you're going up and down from your sacrum up to the crown of your head, just blessing, infusing presence and love into every chakra, clearing out anything other than love, anything other than presence just starts to clear as we also move this into our emotional and mental body. And this is how we move, and this is how we infuse presence into our whole system. And so whatever's stuck in the past or stagnant, whatever grudges we may be holding, whatever density, whatever fear that is keeping us in the past is moving and transforming into presence right now, into coherence and into harmony. Ooh. Oftentimes when I'm connecting with my guides, my angels, they always ask me before coming into this circle with all of you or into any session, I always have to say we are holding a 2 o'clock circle. We are moving into a session. They're always reminding me it's we. It's not you, Roya, it's we. And that helps me a lot. It supports me in being open to be a vessel. And also what I do, and I'm offering it to all of you right now, is I feel hands on my shoulders. I feel a hand on my head. I feel hands around me. And so that's part of how they remind me that they're with me, to keep bringing them in, to not make it about me. It's not about me. It's about all of us. It's about love. It's about the divine. It's about being clear vessels. So I offer that to all of you as well. And then let's come back to our breath and let's take a nice deep breath in together. May we bless each other. May we bless this world. And so it is. And so it is. And just bringing your awareness back into the room that you're in, wiggling your toes and fingers, and maybe just doing this. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.